Bringing a new pharmaceutical drug to market currently takes between 10 and 15 years and requires an average investment of $2.5 billion. This chart shows how that timeline is actually spent. Up to 90% of that decade-plus duration is consumed by non-value-added operational waste, administrative queues, fragmented handoffs, and waiting, not actual scientific research. I'm Alex, a master black belt at Six Sigma Development Solutions Incorporated. My work focuses on deconstructing this timeline and compressing the lab-to-market cycle. We do this using two frameworks. The first is Lean. In pharmaceutical development, Lean is the rigorous elimination of waste and the optimization of workflow to accelerate schedules. The second is Six Sigma. This framework focuses on reducing operational and biological variation to ensure consistent product quality and strict regulatory compliance. Combining these methodologies forces a transition from a traditional sequential process, where teams wait for batched approvals, into a parallel, continuous flow. Every week a drug candidate spends waiting in a queue is a week a patient goes without a potentially life-saving therapy. Eliminating operational delay is a direct intervention in patient care. To compress timelines, we have to analyze the entire operation, from initial discovery through to formal regulatory submission. This is a macro value stream map. It charts the progression of a drug through discovery, preclinical testing, clinical trials, manufacturing, and regulatory review. Notice the white space between these major blocks. This is where the process actually breaks down. Lean methodology categorizes these gaps into specific wastes. In pharma, these manifest as batches waiting for release, excess trial material, or redundant data entry. In the preclinical phase, organizations frequently fall into the trap of serial processing. Compounds sit in physical or digital queues, waiting for sequential safety, absorption, and formulation tests. By deploying a pull system, we restructure this workflow to run those exact same preclinical tests concurrently. Mapping the entire value stream proves that we can yield massive time savings simply by rearranging administrative sequences. The underlying biological science remains untouched. The focus then shifts to clinical trials, the single largest and most costly testing phase in the entire development cycle. Before a single patient is treated, the sponsor must execute clinical site activation. This is the process of selecting and opening trial locations, and it is a massive source of purely administrative waste. This timeline illustrates the standard approach. Ethics approvals, site feasibility studies, and contract negotiations are handled sequentially, routinely creating median delays of 196 days. Applying value stream mapping allows teams to execute these workflows simultaneously. In a documented Phase 3 program, this parallelization dropped activation time from 196 days to exactly 112 days. That 40% reduction required zero additional headcount. It relied entirely on standardizing contract templates and restructuring the sequence of the workflow. Having site activation time translates directly to earlier patient enrollment and faster critical data readouts. Once sites are active, the operational focus moves to the production floor to supply the clinical trials. The traditional manufacturing model is push-based. Companies produce large batches of clinical trial material based on estimated demand forecasts. If trial sites underperform and enrollment slows, that push system results in massive overproduction. Millions of dollars of inventory eventually expire and must be destroyed. We eliminate this waste by implementing lean just-in-time, or pull scheduling, for clinical supply. Instead of forecasting, just-in-time aligns batch production precisely with real-time clinical enrollment rates. The drug is manufactured only when a patient is ready to receive it. But increasing production speed introduces risk. This is where Six Sigma principles must be applied to maintain strict process control. In one case study, Novartis implemented a hybrid Lean Six Sigma model in their solid dosage manufacturing. By optimizing process control, they reduced deviation reports by 22%. Historically, organizations have treated regulatory submission as a final packaging exercise that only begins after a clinical study is fully complete. The lean alternative is continuous document flow, also known as rolling submission. Instead of holding all data until the end, medical writers draft and internally review regulatory modules concurrently while the study is still being executed. This eliminates the massive, crippling document queues at the back end of the timeline. Proactive parallel documentation compresses the gap between final study results and agency submission by several months, finalizing the lab-to-market acceleration. Despite the clear operational math, many pharmaceutical organizations fail when attempting to adopt these methodologies. The first pitfall is siloed implementation. This occurs when process improvements are constrained entirely within isolated individual departments. The vast majority of timeline waste accumulates precisely at the cross-functional handoffs between those departments. Optimizing a single silo is useless if the work still stops at the wall. The second pitfall is relying on top-down process redesigns, forced by external management consultants, who lack deep, daily operational context. The necessary antidote is Kaizen. This is the practice of continuous, incremental improvement, led directly by the frontline scientists and operations staff doing the actual work. For example, a cross-functional frontline team focusing specifically on reducing batch record review cycle times will produce a more durable, practical workflow than a mandated corporate directive. Sustaining Lean Six Sigma requires a comprehensive cultural transformation rooted in cross-functional engagement, not a temporary project executed in a vacuum. The proven blueprint for pharmaceutical timeline compression follows a strict sequence. First, map the end-to-end value stream to expose the hidden cues across the entire lifecycle. Second, target site activation and administrative handoffs for the highest leverage time compression. Third, compress the back end through just-in-time clinical manufacturing and continuous regulatory authoring. Executing this strict sequence strips years off the entire lab-to-market timeline, accelerating delivery without altering the underlying biological science. Implementing this level of operational rigor requires deep expertise. Formal certification is an absolute necessity to prevent localized optimizations from destabilizing the broader pipeline. Six Sigma Development Solutions has trained over 4,000 practitioners across 52 countries to master these exact transformative tools. To lead this change, your team must be equipped to execute it.